Aditya ji,
Yes, ma'am.
tomorrow morning we are planning to go to some Kanchi temple is there nearby Jinnaram, like that. From here to 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers it will be there, he is telling.
Okay, okay.
Actually, Kanchi, one famous place is there, no?
Okay.
If we didn't go to that place, we should visit this place like that. Here in Telangana, people will think.
Okay, okay.
Morning at you are available at what time?
Tomorrow is Sunday, na, madam?
Saturday.
Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, okay.
For you, at what time classes will be start?
11, I have a class, madam, 11 to 12.
Morning 6 o'clock, like that. Shall we go? Just in.
I will check, madam.
Okay, 11
Yeah.
from
I'll
here.
call you after the class. Yeah.
Okay, from here 11 kilometers is there.
11. Okay, okay, madam.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Welcome, friends. Namaste. Today is our 20th day. Like out of 40 days, we finished half. Half the journey is over. We have chosen a topic of 5 hindrances to self mastery. This is from the Buddhist text. There are 5 hindrances that stops us in our spiritual growth. So we are going to speak about these 5 hindrances. Basically, there's a master, Shaolin master. His name is Shi Heng Yi. He has spoken about these hindrances in his own way. So I'll see how I can in the best way how I can give you the master's words here, because very important in our journey to learn about these hindrances. What stops us? Even the same similar hindrances is stopping our growth in meditation also. So I thought it would be a nice topic for us to discuss. So friends, here the master is talking about climbing a mountain. He is saying that one person wants to climb the mountain. He is waiting for a long time, and one fine day he finally decides that I'll go and climb the mountain. Now before he climbs the mountain, he's asking the person who has already climbed, they are coming down. So he's asking, how is it? How is the road? What did you see from top? So the mountaineer who has been earlier, they are giving their description. Then he learned about the description. Again, he caught another traveler who is coming down. And again, he asked, like that, he asked 3, 4 travelers who has, gone on top of the mountain, and they have the experience. After he has listened to all the experience, they were saying there is a little danger there. You have to cross this, you have to go down, then you move up. After he listened to all this, he decided that I now have enough experience. I will not climb the mountain. So friends, mastery path is like climbing the mountain, but these mountains, they are not the rock and ice mountain. This is climbing the mountain of our mind. And it's a very unique way of conquering the mountain. It does not depend on what other people, how they climbed and what they are showing. So we must never mistake the knowledge of something for the experience of it. Knowledge is different, experience is different. Until we get experience of it, we don't gain wisdom. Only when we step into the peak of the mountain, we get clarity what we really need. So friends, this is a beautiful way to understand how when we are climbing the mountain of our mind, we are understanding what are the things that comes as a hindrance. So 5 hindrance the master is talking about. One is sensual desire. Second is ill will, or it can be also called aversion. Third is dullness or heaviness. Fourth is restlessness. And fifth is skeptical doubt. So what are the sensual desire? Nowadays, we want pleasure and immediate gratification. So many things are available. Netflix, shopping. So we always, want some sensual desire, we are trying to fulfill all the time. We don't have to deprive ourselves from life's pleasure, but we need to also check how much we are overindulging in the sensual desire. Because if we overindulge, it can become a hindrance in our mastery. Second is ill will. So, for example, we are climbing the mountain and it starts to rain. We say, oh, I don't like rain. Oh, the road is bumpy. Oh, there is a river, I cannot swim. Or it's muddy, I can't go on the mud. So many of the external dangers, and we don't like it that way. So in order to move forward and stick to our values, sometimes we have to do things which we don't like. So if you are having this aversion, we will not able to climb the mountain. So we need to look at our aversions, and it's okay to go into aversions sometime. The third thing is dullness or heaviness. So this is where we feel no motivation, we are in depression, we can't think straight, right? And it's like an imprisonment of the mind. So we need to know how to break free from this mind shackles. It starts from little things. So we need to know what works for us. So it can be like, okay, we are too much burned out. Let me rest. Resting is okay, not quit. Yeah. So that's how we can come out of dullness. And the fourth is restlessness. So it's very unsettled mind, the monkey mind. And it doesn't allows us to focus on something. So what we do with the restlessness, for example, we see the muddy water. If you leave it alone, give it some time, it will settle by itself. So that's how okay, friends, some friends are still joining. I didn't check their messaging. Right? So restlessness. And the fifth one is skeptical doubt. So people who worry, they are always in worry. There's a mental wobbling all the time. Can I do this? Am I okay? What will everyone else say about it? Right? Skeptical. So if a person doesn't trust himself or herself, the doubt will come. So the best way is to first gain confidence and trust in yourself. We can't trust anybody else, but we can at least trust ourselves. So the skeptical doubt can also be like a hindrance. So I spoke about the 5 hindrances, friends. I'll say that again. Sensual desire is the first one. Ill will, second one. Dullness or heaviness, third one. Restlessness, fourth. Skeptical doubt, fifth. Now, how to overcome it? So the master, the Shaolin master, Shi Heng Yi, he's talking about, he says, make it rain, RAIN. So R stands for recognize, A stands for acceptance, I stands for investigate, and N stands for non-duality. So first he said, recognize what kind of hindrance it is. Is it you're stuck in sensual desire? Are you restless? Do you have some aversion? Do you have skeptical doubt? Just recognize what is your current variable, the barrier. And if you recognize it, he says it will start reducing the noise. Already, you have taken the first step of overcoming this hindrance. Then he says, accept, A for accept. He uses the word, this too shall pass away. Everything passes away. Accept whatever comes, good or bad. So after we recognize the hindrance, we don't start judging ourselves. Oh, I should not have the sensual desire. I should not be restless. I should not have skeptical doubt. So anyway, if the situation is bad, so no amount of overthink or worrying will help. So we just be there, have the mindfulness practice, just be aware, okay, this is there, that's all. And then the third point, I stands for investigate. And he says, investigate, ask question, why are you there? Why did this particular thought come up? What is going to be the consequence if I remain in this thought? Where is the root of this thought coming from? Question, investigate on what has come. That's the third point, friends. And then he says RAIN. So N stands for non-identify. He says, then after this investigation, remember, I am not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the emotion. So identifying ourselves with a particular thought or an emotion, it can be a trap. So when we remember that I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not this emotion, for what they are. So it's a thought, then it's a thought. Why do I identify with the thought? Why do I identify with this emotion or this feeling? Right? So friends, whenever we face hindrance, the master says, make it rain. Rain, RAIN. R stands for recognize, A stands for acceptance, I stands for investigate, and N stands for non-identity. So we disidentify ourselves with whatever is causing this problem. We can come out of that, right? So it's a beautiful wisdom of these 5 hindrances. And now the same hindrance also comes when we are with our meditation. All these things can come up, but we can always know that we are not the mind, we are not the emotion, we are not this thought. And moreover, if you are looking at from a non-dualistic way, we can say we are more than the thought, we are more than the mind, we are more than, I like to say it that way. Yes, I am the body, but I am much, much more than the body. Yes, I am the mind also, but I am much, much, much more than the mind. I am emotion also, but I am much, much, much more, much bigger than my emotion. Right? So when we have this wisdom, before we start to meditate, it becomes easier for our mind to calm down, so that we don't cling to anything. All these great wisdoms, they help us loosen our attachment to whatever we are holding on to. Meditation is a practice. It's a practice of to learn detachment, friends. Okay, so let's start our meditation practice today. We sit in a comfortable posture. And let the back be straight as possible. And we cross our legs, cross our hands. Close our eyes gently, friends. And we be with the breath. Now let go of any thoughts, anything we have learned so far. Meditation is not contemplation. It is going beyond the contemplation. It's going beyond the thoughts, the analysis, the cognition, the intelligence. You don't need any of these mind faculties. Mind can be complex. We need not use any of these faculties of this mind. The best thing that we can use from the mind is being like an observer. And later, the observer can slowly turn into witnessing. We got into the witnessing state. So in Japan, we say it's zazen. Zazen means just sitting and doing nothing. But we can't sit without doing anything, so we give the mind one task, to observe the breath. So friends, be with the inhale and exhale. Be with the gentle, soft, nurturing, relaxed breathing. Notice the breath. If it's fast, let it be fast. If it's slow, let it be slow. If it's deep, let it be deep. Observe the breathing. Mind is with the breath, my friends. Initially, it's like a engine that we need to start. We start with the breath, and then we move above the breath, above the mind, above the sensation. about seeing, hearing, tasting, above all the five senses. Takes us into the sixth sense, the higher faculties of our consciousness opens up. Whole day we are with our five senses. Let us give it a break for the next 40 minutes. Let us give all the faculties of the mind a break, all the sensations a break. Tell them to rest, and we move beyond them. When we are observing the breath, it gradually takes us above all our sensations, thoughts, impulses. Letting go of the mental chatter. We are observing the mental chatter, but we don't engage in that mental chatter. We don't give bananas to the monkey mind. Dropping all the hindrances to self-mastery, going above sensual desire, going above ill will, aversion, dullness, heaviness, restlessness, doubts. The breath can help us disidentify with any hindrance the mind can bring, any challenges that we are facing. Meditation is the path to self-mastery. We can take the reference of other experiences. We can take the knowledge that can inspire us. But we need to go on our own unique path to generate our own wisdom that can only come from our personal experiences. Hence, we meditate. Reaching the Shunya Avastha, the zero state, the non-doing state. Buddha's words, ye a light unto yourself. Apo Dipo Bhava. Only our own light, own experience can liberate us. Going into the Shunya Sthiti, zero state, like a hollow bamboo. 10 minutes. Five minutes. 1 minute. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, friends. Whenever you are ready, you can rub your hands and slowly put it on your eyes, and you can allow your eyes to open. So we can have some sharing now. It's good to share our experience. Today I feel I could go into the witnessing state from the observer state, because I realized the observer state, uh, if we are there into the observer state for a long time, it can become a critic. Critic means, it only likes to have good experience. So my observer was always uh, segregating, choosing between this experience and that experience. But when we can release the observer state and go deep, we go into the witnessing. And witnessing is, you just exist there and you're aware of whatever is happening. And I felt I could go deep today in that state. So that was my feedback. Anybody else wants to share? Good to share, friends, at least one line, one experience that we can share. It helps our friends. Yes. Anybody? Okay, friends. Then let us carry this meditative state into our life. And tomorrow is the 21 day. We'll be meeting with another topic, 4:30 p.m. Thank you so much for joining every day. Thank you for each participant for being dedicated to this journey. Because when we are meditating, we are just not meditating for others. We are meditating for ourselves, our family, our neighbors, the entire world. we say Lokha Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you, friends.